Hello everyone and welcome back to Most Def Jeff. I am going to be replacing the stock seat today with the new Mustang Solo Trooper. Well, it's new to me, it's been out for a little while now, but I wanted to wait to see which one would suit me better, and I'll go into more detail about that when I'm on my ride. If you have a Rebel, then you know this already, but you have this locking mechanism that you have to get in the front side, and then you have to put these two pieces under the groove on the back side. But before we can do that, let's take off the stock seat. And I'll also have a short clip of them side by side so you can kind of see what they look like next to each other. For a real quick comparison, this is how they look next to each other. You can see that the Mustang seat is longer, but they seem to be about the same width. And the Mustang seat does have more definition at the curvature of the seat. So that's how they look next to each other. And I apologize for the audio. This is a different setup than what I'm used to, so you're probably going to hear a lot of background noise, and I do apologize. Make sure it's locked into place, and then press down until it snaps. So now what we're going to do is take this puppy for a ride and see how it feels, how it's different from the stock seat. So let's head on in. So I am out here on this nice crisp winter day testing out the Mustang Solo seat. It is definitely very different from the stock seat. I will say that much. It is very noticeable as soon as you jump on the Mustang. If you've been riding a stock seat for, let's say, about a year, like I was, I figured after a year it was time to give my butt a break, give it a little more comfort, and switch it out for something that wasn't quite as expensive as Corbin, but was still much more comfortable than what I was working with. The differences are quite noticeable when it comes to the dimensions and, of course, the cushion. So like other reviewers have said, the seat does push you forward, and also it kind of keeps you in your seat. So with the stock seat, you could kind of slide around. There was a lot of space. It was a little wider towards the back and narrower towards the front, but there was still a lot of space. And you can kind of slide around, and if you don't like sliding around, that can be a little disconcerting. Let's say when you accelerate very quickly from a stop. But it seems like the Mustang will keep you in your place. It'll keep you rooted to your seat, which is really good. And if you have shorter arms like I do, then the Mustang might be a good choice for you because it does sit you forward a little bit, probably not too much. I do notice that when I use the stock seat, I was using the very, very, very front of the seat. My butt wasn't even hitting the slope in the back of the stock seat. And so the Mustang seat doesn't really seem to put me in a different position just because I was already riding that way. But if you do want to sit a little forward, then yeah, you want to go with the Mustang. I've heard that the Corbin does seat you a little back, so that's just something to consider. I will say, so I mentioned that the Mustang is a little bit narrower towards the back of the seat than the stock seat. And if you like your butt being surrounded by seat, your butt might overlap the Mustang, because it is narrower. But if you do want to have an all-encompassing seat that kind of cradles you a little bit, then you probably want to go with the Corbin instead. This is just from what I hear. I have no experience with the Corbin. I only know the feel on my Mustang seat and my stock seat. But for me, the Mustang fits just right. I think it's perfect for me, and if you want to get a comfortable seat that isn't super duper expensive, then yeah, maybe Mustang's the way to go. It is definitely more cushioned than the stock seat, that is for sure. Has more heft to it, and when you press down on the cushion itself, you can definitely feel more substance. So it's got more foam to carry on those longer rides. Now, I haven't gone on a ride longer than an hour so far. I've only been able to go on a couple rides because it has been so cold and a little rainy. So not ideal weather to go out. But from what I can feel, it does keep me in my seat and it makes the ride a lot more comfortable. So would I recommend the Mustang? Sure. Yeah, if you have a stock seat and you feel like your butt bones hurt at the end of the ride, or you feel a little cramped, or just that there's not enough substance, then yeah, definitely worth upgrading to the Mustang seat. And if you do want to sit a little bit forward, then the Mustang is a better choice for you. If you want to sit back more, then Corbin is probably a better choice. I think on the Rebel 11, his channel, he makes a video comparing the Corbin and the Mustang and the stock seat, and you can tell in his video that the Corbin sits you forward more. I really appreciated him making that video because that's what helped me make my decision on whether to get the Mustang or the Corbin. I do like the customization of the Corbin seat. You can spend a long time customizing your seat online. So that's the downside. If there is a downside, then I guess that would be a drawback for Mustang, is you can't customize it at all. It's kind of one and done. You get what you get, but you're still getting a good quality seat. So I think that about does it for my short little review on Mustang. This is just from a user's experience. I don't really have a lot of specs, and I will update this review in the future as I continue to use this and break it in a little. I've heard that it does take some miles to break in, so what I feel right now is probably going to be a little different from what I feel in the future. But I will say that the stock seat did not make me feel any more comfortable as time passed. So I'm hoping that the Mustang will treat me well. But yeah, if you have experience with Mustang or Corbin, if you have a Rebel, or if you don't, and you got an aftermarket seat, what kind of seat did you get? Do you like it? Do you regret it? Do you switch back and forth between your stock seat? Oh, and one more thing that I wanted to add. One of the reasons why I got the Mustang Solo Tripper is so that I can still have access to the little tiny underseat storage compartment. So yeah, tell me about your experiences with seat or customizations of other kinds on your bike in the comments. And until next time, everyone, stay safe and stay warm. All right, peace out.